Welcome back. So, as you've noticed, we moved on a little bit. So you notice the shape and I added a little bit of a shading to it. Well, what I did is I clicked on that particular shape. Then I went to this particular tool, the gradient tool. Then I double clicked on it. Then I clicked right there and there we go. You can adjust the shadow to the degree and just play around with it. So you can do that. I'm going to go ahead and shrink it a little bit. There. I want that similar radial elements to it. And then what I can do is I can actually do the similar thing with the blue. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a square. And the reason why I'm doing it is to create a shadowy kind of effect. And I'm sure that if I played around with it, I could have, if I did maybe something like a non-radial. Let's see what a non-radial would look like. A non-radial black and white. There we go. Something like that. I could do something like that. I can move this a little bit over. Yeah, it's a little dark. There we go. Maybe like that. I like that. I kind of like that better. So let's go back and let's do that one as well. Now, another way that I can do that is if I see this shape right here, I can use the paint dropper tool and I can go, I want it like that. And voila. So there we go. Now I'm going to do that with the shading tool with the blue. So what I do is I'm going to click on that. I'm going to leave it like a light blue. No, but I'm going to also change the opacity to maybe like a 10%. But I'm going to make this a darker blue. Maybe even this kind of blue. And there we go. Now we have our shape. Now what I can do is I can also click on, since I don't want, there we go. So that's our arm. Now you can add even more shapes inside if you like, it's another. I don't think I have it in here, but I do believe that I have the Decepticon logo that I made. Let me see if I can open. No. Let's not try to find it because that's going to be a whole thing. So there we go, and you can insert the logos in there, or you can do something else. Now, Starscream will be the head. So I need to think about that. The head of a bigger transformer. So I need to think about that, and I need to think about the chest plate area right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a couple boxes. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to make 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the reason why I made them in this particular way is because it gives me more to play around with in the shape. Notice the points, whatever the thing is called. So it gives me a little bit more room to play around with those. So I'm going to move those all up. I'm sure there's a button to get them all aligned, but I don't know what it is. So we're going to align those with the align tool all the way to the left, and there we go. It kind of looks like that. It kind of looks like that. But we really want it to make it look like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this shape a little bit further up. I'm going to till that end is covering. Then I'm going to bring this shape even further up so till it's covering. And I'm going to bring this shape till it's covering. Maybe even these two a little bit. No, because I do need that angle. So I'm going to bring them down a little bit. There we go. So now I'm going to align them as well. There we go. And then I'm going to use the cutting tool. Where's the cutting tool? Right there. The shape cutting tool. And I'm going to, since I've selected all of them, I'm just going to swipe all the way through. Voila! It is one shape now. So now what I can do is I can change the color and I can make it red. So there we go. It's starting to look like that. So now let's build the box, this little black box inside. Now I'm going to choose this particular tool. There we go. Now I'm sure you are extremely talented, so I know that you can do a much better job. Now do I want to make those little gray lines? Not yet, because I want to think about how this is a head of a character. So that's what I have in mind, because this has to look like a face. So I've got that shape right there. Now, do I want to put that line in there? Sure, why not? Let's put that line in there. And do I want to put that line in here? Let's do that for right now. So now we've got both of those shapes, and it's starting to kind of look like a face. You know what? And I'm going to add this line right here as well. But I don't know if I like that. I think I like this a little bit better. And now, just the reason why I'm saying that is because, again, I'm thinking about the shapes and how I'm going to make this into an actual um, thing. So now we've got this little shape right here. So how do we do that? We're going to go ahead and use that tool right here, and there we go. Now notice how I believe it's more all the way here. So we're going to move it all the way here. Now, the reason why I'm not connecting it just yet is because I don't know what I'm going to do with it in regards to a different shape. Notice how there's something inside. So let's play around with it first. I'm going to make that square piece inside, and it's going to be black, and there we go. Now, or it's going to be maybe like a muddy, like a little bit darker gray. Do we have that in here? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe like a brown. Yeah, there we go. You know what? Notice how there's a little shading, so maybe we can play around with the shading. And so this is a great opportunity to play around with the shading. So now what we can do is you can use a different angle, a 60 degrees angle, or a 90 degrees angle. It's 90 degrees angle. There we go. And then you can change the shape. So let's see. Maybe it's got like a red. There we go. It's got like a dark red. And then at the top, it's got what? It's got another dark red. But what's in the middle? So then we're gonna bring this thing. Where's my little thing? Come on, buddy. So we're gonna bring that thing out and then see what that does. And what is it doing? Is it doing anything? Is it doing anything to the shape? I don't know. Is it 90 degrees? Let's do 60 degrees. I don't know what it's supposed to be doing. Why isn't it? Let's do radial. Oh, maybe radial. Where's radial? Linear. There we go. Radial. Let's go for radial. It's still too dark. So my opacity is 10. I mean, what am I doing wrong? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. All right. So, but it looks good. You know what I mean? It looks, hey, thank you, light. Maybe the light just did it. So now what we want to do is we want to maybe hone in these little paths a little bit. Because it is a bad guy. A bad guy. So we're going to take this shape and we're going to go to the delete anchor tool and we're going to delete. There we go. Now we're going to delete this one right here as well. So it's a little bit more angular. And I'm going to bring it up like this, like so. And I'm going to bring that up like so. And then maybe if I could align these two, I've never tried this. I've never tried this, and I don't know if it'll work. It does work. It does align the spots. So there we go. That's a neat little trick that you learned today, that I learned today. So there we go. We've got something similar. There we go. We want to bring this shape, object, arrange, center back. There we go. Bring it up a little bit more. Actually, bring it down a little bit more because look at it. Notice how it comes up there. So there we go. We've got a chest place right there. Now I need to think about this middle piece right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a square right there like that. I'm going to do it. There we go. Something like that. And since it's white, I'm going to make it white. And then I'm going to need another. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to need a circle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to need a circle. So I'm going to need the ellipse tool. And I'm going to need a circle that goes in here. Something like that. I can always tweak it. I can bring it all the way out here because that's where it is. And I can bring that all the way out here. Now what I'm going to do with this particular shape, now bring it down a little bit more. Now I'm going to take this shape and I'm going to cut it in the middle. So how do you do that? How do you do that? I'm gonna teach you. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to a rectangle tool, and so you're gonna make little incisions. And then you're going to be like, and then what you're going